Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 1963 Opel Kadett A. Now it has 715 horsepower, 466 pounds-feet of torque from a 2.3 litre turbocharged inline-4 engine, and the vehicle itself now weighs 1,521 pounds. Now has off-road tyres, all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, and it can now do 0 to 16 2.891 seconds, 0 to 100 in 5.033 seconds, and going to a top speed of 196 miles an hour. So Opel back in the day were well known for their rallying success. Whether or not that's going to show through there with this car, we'll have to see, but obviously it's got a hell of a lot more power than it had originally. Didn't even have about 70 horsepower in stock form. So yeah, it's dealing with a lot more power and obviously all-wheel drive, which yeah, can sometimes hinder cars, but I have to really give all-wheel drive to every car to make it a bit fairer. But yeah, being rear-wheel drive only originally might throw up some understeer issues. Now it's got all-wheel drive and a hell of a lot more power, but it means that they can use that power more of the time because it's got very little in the weight holding it back. It's easily one of the lightest big production cars that we've had on this series, so it's probably going to be quite quick, and as a result really rather quite frantic. These lighter weight cars usually are, especially when we're dealing with this kind of power. And even though it's had the handling upgrades that we usually have, you know, better brakes, lighter in weight, bigger tyres, better grip, even been stiffened a little bit, it's, yeah, still not got the greatest of handling. It's not even got 7.0 handling on the stats, so yeah, it's a problem with these kind of stock lower powered mass production cars. Yeah, because it had so little in the way of actual power and speed to start with, handling and braking really wasn't given the kind of, you know, mindset that far more powerful cars even back when this was being made would have been given. So yeah, handling was never great on this car, but you never really notice it because you didn't have all that much power to really expose its flaws. But now that even with upgrades and it's got all this extra power, the lack of handling does quite show a fair bit. Just why it's taking a fair bit of my concentration to keep it not only in the right direction but also for the checkpoints. Really quick across the finish line there at 168 miles an hour. I don't even think the Audi from the previous episode was doing that. But at a time of 2 minutes 4 seconds .651, it is slightly slower than the RS6 Avant from the previous episode, but not by much, less than a second behind that car. And when you consider that car had all-wheel drive standard and was far more modern, so its handling and braking was infinitely better even in stock form, never mind with the upgrades, you have to say that's a fairly good time from this little Opel Kadett. And it's also quicker than the Chevrolet Camaro ZR1 1LE, the Subaru WRX rally car, the Land Rover Range Rover, which is, you know, around the same period as this, it's only 10 years newer than this, and as well as the Toyota T100 Baja truck. It's only ever so slightly behind the Mini John Cooper Works or Countryman All 4, Porsche Panamera Turbo, Lotus Esprit S1 and the Alpine A110 from a couple of years back. So yeah, really impressed by this, especially considering it wasn't the easiest of vehicles to drive, but usually the ones that are a bit more difficult to drive and a bit more frantic are the quicker ones. So yeah, really impressed by it, especially considering it's quicker than some more modern all-wheel drive cars. So yeah, mightily impressed by it, and yeah, especially considering it's not got all that much power compared to other cars in this series, and yeah, it's extremely lightweight, which can be a negative as well as a positive on this series. So yeah, thoroughly surprised. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.